Anwar, actually we have two questions.
Yeah.
Okay. The first question by Mr. Bakri Hassan Basri. Okay, the first question is the issue of water stress and water abundance. How serious are the issues in Malaysia and what are the best measures to solve it?
Okay. I don't know if share screen are able to see anything online. I show you the solution right here on my fingertip, right? Say share screen. What do we do here is get out of this one and get to here. Can you see, guys? Yeah. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. This
Yeah,
is the
clear.
the World Resource Institute website. Okay. We are seeing right here in Malaysia. Okay. Quantitatively, you can see on your left hand side here, physical risk quantity, we are low because we are water abundance. Okay. Quantity of water is not an issue. Okay. And we can say whatever water stress or drought risk, we are not really, we are low to medium risk, not really. But when it comes to physical quality, now we see a deep red somewhere and red somewhere. What does it say here? Quality of the water in Malaysia because of the untreated connected wastewater, right? Wastewater flows freely into canals, into rivers and streams, into ponds and lakes, even water catchment. Okay? And that is a serious risk. This is from the Aqueduct program that is from World Resource Institute. Okay, this is what the risk we are now. So my message to you, let me stop sharing this one. My message to you is that now, will you take a cup like what I have here, and then walk to a nearby river in Malaysia right now, scoop it up and drink it? Very few places left that you can do that in Malaysia right now. I can say very few, if any, places you can do that. Okay, without the risk of disease, without the risk of getting sick, without a lot of health implications. Okay, that is how abundance is not. Remember the first model, water abundance did not mean that it is a water security and sustainability. You see, we have so much water, but look at the from the WRI, this World Resource Institute. It says clearly that we have no problem with abundance, but we have problem with quality, right? It is up to you, me, again, the working problem and the working solution to take care of it, right? We can say anything. We can blame the government. We can blame the community. We can blame the industry. Bottom line is, who is it in there if not people, right? So that's the thing. That is the thing. If the people adapt. Now, for example, you go to a developed country where the rivers are so clean, right? So let me back it up a bit. Let's go to an island where there is places where people can just go to a stream and drink the water of the stream, right? In 2015 and in 2017 and 2018, I get the timing wrong. I live in Bali. I basically rent a house and I live in Bali at that time. And I live in an area where paddy fields. They planted this glutinous rice. Yeah, they planted glutinous. Glutinous rice is very beautiful. The field is gold in color, right smack in the center of that. is a very old mansion, and if it is out for rent, and I rented that mansion. I call it a mansion, they call it a house, okay? So it's very old. It looks like a temple. So I lived there 2 years. In front of my house is a drain, flowing drain with water. I will see farm workers, elderly, young boys and kids, young boys and girls will walk past. They practically undress and jump in there to take a shower. Yeah? And then after the shower, because the water is flowing, then they fill their bottles up. They fill their water can up to go to work. Where in Malaysia can you do that? No. There's no place in Malaysia you can do that anymore. That's the thing. The amount of resources we have does not guarantee that is usable to us. Okay? I think I've answered that correctly. You know, if I get a question again, can you repeat the question again? Whether I deviate from the question?
How serious the issues in Malaysia? Okay, I think you have answered that.
Yeah.
And then what are the best measures to solve it?
Well, the measures to solve it is everybody has to take the responsible to it and act responsibly, not to pour everything down the drain. Yeah, our leftover food can compost and put it in the garden for our plants to grow. Yeah, things like that. Maybe you say, I have no time for this. I have no time. I work 16-hour day. Yeah, yeah. But buy a reusable bottle. Filter the water from home. Take water in a reusable bottle. That's the least you can do to address this issue, right? And then, of course, policymakers has to open up to suggestion, open up to scientific research that will recommend them steps, not based on assumption, not based on economic implications, not based on that, based on scientific and sustainable development goals, SDG, remember? If they based on that, I am sure slowly we will move towards the developed nation kind of attitude. And, you know, a developed nation is not the nation itself, it's the people. If we want to be a developed nation, it don't have to be big infrastructure. It's the mindset of people that's developed. Okay? That's how it is. The solving of these water quality issues is in us. Make sure our drains are not carrying all this plastic down to the monsoon drain. Monsoon drain carries to the ocean to start with. Make sure that is good segregation of trash, basically plastic, metal, glass, and food stuff, right? Reuse what we can. So those kind of practices indirectly translate to the solution. We cannot say law, because law is there to break. Otherwise, there won't be people, thousands of people being fined every day for breaking the standard operation procedure of pandemic, right? So whatever law you make, it does not guarantee compliance. That's also another issue. The bottom line always is individually our conscience. You, me, your family, my family, everybody. Our conscience plays a role in solving all these problems. Okay? So,
and then we have one more question by the similar person. So what is the current use of the recycled water in Malaysia? The current use of recycled water.
So water recycling is not really a big thing in Malaysia because of the abundance, like I said, you know. First, the abundance. Second is the awareness of threats that is coming to us is not there, right? So recycling is not a big thing. Even though it was recycled, the volume is insignificant, right? Because everybody still consume from a non-recycled source, okay? So recycling is what we can say as a part of a countermeasure when scarcity comes to play, right? When it becomes scarce, we need to reuse what we can use, okay? For example, I spill a coffee on my floor, and then I start looking around for tissues or napkins to wipe it. I couldn't find. Then I find an old cloth somewhere that is going to be thrown away. Maybe it's already in the trash bin. I will take it out of that and wipe my floor, right? So that is basic, basically. But we can go towards more advanced of this example. So instead of putting a trash can there that is destined to go out every week, do the municipal landfill. Make a staging area, which is another can, which may be reusable things, right? So I bet you will see this can fill up much sooner than the one that is going out, because something that you think that is reusable, you put in it and recyclable. Water, to recycle, you can't do this. That's my message. Water, you cannot say, oh, I'm going to take my water from my dishwasher to a holding can. I can do that. But how big a holding can can I do when I, or in my family, is producing 50 liters per person of water, gray water per day? How big a containment can I put, right? But it's a good idea to channel it to my garden so that my garden is automatically watered by reusable water, right? That is individual recycling. Industrial recycling for water to be reused is not a good thing in Malaysia. But you can use that as a recycling. That's with you all the time. That's my answer to all the recycling, water recycling, usage, volume. The bigger and more people are using their own recycling at home, will be less stresses to the industrial recyclers to put back water to be reused by the community and the citizens. Okay? Is that time already to say we are well over an hour? Okay. So
okay, we have. Yes.
Yes.
We have 2 minutes more together, and I firmly believe that some of our participants need to have your email, maybe for future collaborations, most
Oh,
probably.
it's very easy.
So, do you mind to share your email in the chat box?
Yeah. Yeah, it's very easy. My name is Anwar, ANUAR, at Ocean Quest, one word, .global. That's it. You find me. So it's very easy. Remember my name. My organization is Ocean Quest, and .global. That's it. So we have my friend here all the way from Brazil, Murilo. So it's kind of international today. We have English in, well, yeah. We have Filipino. No, they are friends of mine. They are colleagues of mine as well. Yeah. So thank you all for listening and watching this lengthy presentation. I also send a shorter version in video. Maybe that will be ideal for YouTube or posting for social media. Okay.
Yes.
It won't take, if a YouTube that is 1 hour, it's too long. So I scripted it down to about 20 minutes, I think. So that is also available. Thank you very much. I hope to see you all in the near future again. Maybe a different topic. We can talk about people, the realization of environmental and how we live in line with nature. We can do that as well if you want. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Anwar, for your fruitful presentation. And I think what I can conclude would be, okay, everything starts from us, is it? Our mind setting, what we do in our daily lives, okay, and think the culture of saving water should start at home. So we should start now, right? Okay.
Yes.
And
So,
then I would like to remind the participants to fill in the attendance form in the chat box. All right, we already shared the link. So please click that link and then fill in the form. So would you like to say something, Mr. Anwar, before we can end our session today?
yeah, I cannot say how much thankful I am for being here today. That a lot of important people is listening. I'm sure, and I hope that I will see you guys again soon. Bye bye.
Yes. Inshallah. All right. And therefore, before we end our session, I need all of you, all the participants, to turn on your webcam so that we can capture pictures together. Would that be possible?